Hello, and welcome to All of This and More, the podcast for those who delight in exploring the intersections of art, faith, belonging, and wonder. I'm Charlotte Donlon, and I'm so glad you're joining me for this introductory episode before my conversation with Jared Ledesma. I loved my conversation with Jared. I enjoyed speaking to him about his role as a curator whose journey embodies both a quiet perseverance and a vibrant curiosity, a readiness to behold art as a doorway into memory, identity, and transformation. I'm delighted to introduce you to Jared Ledesma, curator of 20th century and contemporary art at the North Carolina Museum of Art, whose exhibitions invite audiences to reimagine not just what hangs on museum walls, but what stories and voices live within them. Jared's work and background defy easy categorization. As a Latino gay curator raised in the Bay Area, his story includes the tension and beauty of both rootedness and migration, geographically and culturally. Whether discussing a Grace Hardigan painting with layers shaped by poetry and queer influence, or tracing personal connections to California landscapes, Jared manifests a kind of openness that makes space for nuance and belonging. If you're a regular listener, you may remember how our previous conversation with Paul Wilm explored the cycles of creation, impermanence, and self-reflection that mark an artist's life. In this episode, Jared offers his own perspective, the ways a curator balances care for objects with the challenge of presenting history, the joys of research and collaboration, and the lasting imprint of family, culture, and mentors on his vision for museum work. Jared shares stories of learning from strong women in his family, moments of artistic discovery that moved him deeply, and exhibitions like his show on Grace Hardigan and poets. His practice, grounded in historical inquiry, but animated by personal experience, pushes us to see art as a layered practice of connection and change. Our conversation addresses big questions like, what does it mean to care for art and history as living processes? And how does art help us belong to ourselves and the world? To deepen your experience of this episode, here are a few journaling prompts. 1. Think of a piece of art in any medium that altered your awareness of memory, belonging, or place. What emotions or stories live within it for you, and how do they help you see the world in new ways? Here's another one. Reflect on a time when you encountered an artwork that was connected to your own personal or cultural history. What emotions or memories surfaced for you, and how did the experience shape your understanding of place and belonging? And here's one more. Consider someone in your life, a family member, mentor, or friend who supported your creative interests or encouraged you to pursue a path outside the familiar, as Jared's mother and aunt did for him. Write about how their encouragement influenced your journey and how you might pass that encouragement along to others. Whether you're a museum lover, a maker, an advocate for inclusion, or simply curious about how creative lives unfold, this conversation with Jared Ledesma is for you. Make yourself comfortable and join us for this lovely conversation.